It seems like the super religious types are still advocating for censorship. Like I said before, nobody wants to deal with their games being censored. No one wants to deal with their art being policed. We live in a capitalist society, which means people decide what is bought and sold. If people buy it, companies will sell more. If people don't buy it, companies won't sell. And super religious people want to control everything you consume as well. And this is yet again about Melonie Mac. I do not understand why this woman continues to advocate for censorship. Long story short, there was a tweet that went viral saying, "Is this what gamers want?" It showed a video clip from the First Descendant, and in the clip it showed an attractive woman dancing. Someone who is super religious named Dread Roberts made a quote tweet saying this game is immoral and gamers shouldn't want this. If gamers had standards, he started talking down to people. He was acting like he was better than everybody else just because he reads the same book every day. If anything, that makes you unintelligent, that makes you ignorant. But a lot of religious people think they're better than everybody else, and society doesn't need religion because it just makes people unintelligent. And this mindset that you know everything turns people away. And then Melonie Mac agreed with him, and then she doubled down. I already made videos about that. And now she's tripling down and claiming that if you want attractive women in gaming, that makes you a Rainbow Alphabet member. I do not understand the logic, but here we are. Here is that long ass tweet. It says, "Gamer Kumas are the same as gamer alphabet people." What does that even mean? That first sentence right there. What does that even mean? Gamer Kumas are the same as gamer alphabet people. How? First of all, a gamer is a gamer. If you play games frequently and you are passionate about games, you are a gamer. And I thought there weren't a lot of alphabet gamers, because if they were, they would have bought games like Dustborn and Concord, or Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, or whatever Sweet Baby Inc. game. Suicide Squad, Kills the Justice League. They didn't buy any of those games. So I thought Rainbow people weren't that common when it comes to buying video games. They didn't buy Dragon Age the Veilguard. There's so many games that flopped because they were pandering to the 1% and pissing off the 99%. And now you're saying the majority of gamers are the same as those alphabet people? That makes no sense. The people who are asking for attractive women in gaming are the majority, or men. Our opinion matters more than yours because we are the main audience when it comes to video games. And attractive, beautiful women wearing good looking outfits is what us men want. Our opinion matters more because we are the main audience. But let's just continue this tweet. Most of them aren't actually gamers. Not sure what that means. Whatever, continue. They just want video games as a medium to incorporate their perversion. Actual gamers just want good games with good gameplay and art without being infested with perversion, regardless of where that comes from. You need to define perversion, because I don't see attractive women as perverted. I just see that as beautiful women that exist and wear nice outfits. So I don't know what you mean by perversion. That makes no sense to me. And people who want Kuma games are still gamers because they are buying the game and they are playing the game, regardless if it has Kuma elements or not. So this doesn't make any sense. This just seems like desperate engagement farming, which is weird. You have a decently sized YouTube channel. Why do you need to engagement farm on Twitter when Twitter doesn't even pay that much? Twitter is just a brain rot website when you have nonsensical, ridiculous, silly conversations every single day. There's really no point in even engaging with that website. It's weird that you feel the need to engagement farm, and you doing this as well is destroying your reputation, because you are one of the earliest people that were calling out the uglification of women in games, and now you're saying gamer Kumas are the same as rainbow people? I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense. You are so desperate for Twitter views, which makes no sense. Who cares about Twitter? I don't understand. Let's just continue reading this tweet. And all of these Kumas have the same profile types as the gamers with a Y. Just a bunch of on their pages, 2D, 3D, whatever else. You can't name any of those accounts. Nobody's posting that on their page. They post attractive women from video games, mostly Eastern games, because we get no good Western women in Western games. These different accounts on Twitter post Stellar Blade. They post the First Descendant. Those are mostly what those accounts post. So I don't know what you mean. And again, can this dumb ass bitch stop using the word? Let me define that word for you. Corn is intercourse that is being described or displayed. Matter of fact, let me get the actual definition, because people love to use this word. They don't know what it means. Here is the definition from the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. The depiction of erotic behavior, as in pictures or writing, intended to cause sexual excitement. So basically, intercourse. If there is no intercourse being described or displayed, it is not pornography. So I don't know why people keep using the word when there's no intercourse. intercourse. Why do I have to literally pull up the definition? Attractive women is not pornography. This has nothing to do with the amount of clothing that is being worn by a woman or anybody. It has to do with intercourse. So if there is no intercourse, why are you using the word? It makes no sense. Are people this dumb nowadays? Nobody does any research or anything. People should not be using words if they don't know what the word means. But let's just get back to the tweet. Almost all of these Kumas have the same profile types as the gamers. Just a bunch of porn on their pages. 2D, 3D, whatever else. That's their whole personality. Perversion. And some content creators pander to that audience and are too scared to oppose them. Same song and dance as the rainbow community, demanding total submission. I don't know what that means. Who are too scared to oppose who? The majority of gamers? Is that what gamers want? A beautiful woman, because we're not getting that anymore. Nobody's afraid of anything. Nobody's doing any total submission for anything. This is so silly. Let's just get this tweet over with. Once those of us speaking out now take enough heat, then others will speak up after it's deemed safe to do so. I don't care which side cancels me. I stand with Christ alone. Do you even know what cancel culture is? Cancel culture is not calling someone out when they say something dumb on the internet. It's going after livelihoods, personal stuff. We're not doing that. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's asking for that. This isn't cancel culture. What do I even say to this tweet at this point? This is so desperate. It's so desperate and I don't get it. And I don't know what you mean by others will say the same thing if you take enough heat now. No, everybody's disagreeing with you. The only people that are agreeing with you are like super religious types that want control over people as well. This is why I do not like religion. You people think you're better than everybody else, so you want to tell people what to do. You want to tell people what's right and wrong. You want to deem what is good and evil. And religion is no longer necessary in society. We have the freedom and the choice to do what we want. We have the laws of the land that stop us from doing terrible things. This tweet makes no sense to me. It's like you're desperately engagement farming, which makes no sense because Twitter doesn't even pay that much. And now you're claiming if gamers want attractive women, that we are secretly alphabet people? We're rainbow people? That makes no sense. No, we are gamers because we frequently play games and we are passionate about gaming. This tweet just makes no sense to me. It's just full of lies, full of straw man arguments, full of nonsense. You're trying to act like the gamers that want attractive women are not the majority. We men are the majority and this is what we want. I don't know what to say. This is just a joke at this point. This is so desperate. Again, I don't know why anybody will be desperate for Twitter engagement. It does not pay anything compared to like YouTube or other platforms. I don't get it. And you do not have a lot of people that are agreeing with this. If that wasn't already showed in the previous videos that I made, nearly everybody was calling you out because you are not speaking for gamers. You are the small percentage of gamers. You are like the 15% of women that game. And on top of that, you added religion, so you want complete control. Just makes no sense. This is so weird. You do not sound like an actual gamer. And people are rightfully calling you out. Like this tweet here. This was common marketing back in the late 90s and early 2000s gaming. Stop gaslighting, lying, and acting like a tourist like the, I'm not sure what that language is, or symbol. Looks like some kind of Eastern language. You are making me believe that symbol is a very real thing. And the picture that is attached to this tweet shows Laura Croft with Duke Nukem holding a sign that says censored, and the sign is in front of her chest. Your favorite character, Laura Croft. Quote unquote self-core or pornographic marketing. This is so silly, man. This is genuinely silly. I don't understand this. Melonie just sounds like an activist that wants control. And a lot of religious people that are having a meltdown are the same people that were praising Stellar Blade. So how are you going to go from praising Stellar Blade to getting mad at the First Descendant? It makes no sense. And some of the outfits that Eve from Stellar Blade was wearing were more revealing than the clip in the original tweet. That's why this is so bizarre to me. No religious people were screaming and getting angry at that, but you get mad at a tweet, a 30-second tweet from an outfit that is nowhere near as revealing as all the outfits in Stellar Blade? This makes no sense. I don't understand it. But you are acting like an activist like Anita Sarkeesian, and that is what this account is saying. It says, Melonie, shut up. You sound exactly like Anita Sarkeesian. No one's asking for corn in games. You realize they have that if they want it, right? No one wants to be preached to. That's why the SJWs were despised. Don't buy a game if it offends your sensibilities. Skins that show off sexy characters isn't perversion. Also, one fringing Google search shows you being more scantily clad than any of the games you are crying about. So you have one more revealing outfit than any of the characters in the First Descendant? So why the anger and hypocrisy if you have pictures on the internet with you wearing less? It makes no sense. Why even still talk about this controversy? I thought this was done already. This is just bizarre and unnecessary. This is a triple down. Are we gonna get a quadruple down? It's just weird. But I have another tweet showing that she is clearly hypocritical. Like this one here. It says, this you you. And it shows a tweet from Melonie Mac saying, I am so mesmerized by the booth visit. Why be blatantly hypocritical and why blatantly lie if there are evidence that show you are lying? I don't understand why people do that. It's so weird. I don't get it. Again, why even die on this hill? Why even continue on with this argument when people were already moving on? Well, whatever. I have one more tweet, and this is another this you tweet. It says this you, and it shows another tweet from Melonie Mac that says the idea that female characters or real women in general have to be fully covered or can't have curves else they are quote sexual objects is quite frankly sexist and oppressive. The fact that my replies have feminists sending such a toxic message is downright mortifying. So what changed? What changed? What changed from that tweet in 2019 to now? You were saying you wanted these types of characters, and now you're having a mental religious meltdown saying these characters are immoral and calling gamers rainbow for even one of these types of characters. Kuma games, which the First Descendant isn't really that much of a Kuma game, the shooter. Why this sudden change? It makes no sense, and why continue having this argument? It's just so pathetic. It shows you are clearly hypocritical, and a lot of people are saying they are losing respect for you and that you are losing your credibility. For what? I don't understand. I don't feel like reading any more tweets. I'm good. It just shows you, like I was saying earlier in the video, religion is just as trash as the far left. These people want control. These people want to destroy the things you enjoy because they deem it immoral or offensive. And I'm glad that a lot of these religious people are exposing themselves. They claim that they are better than the far left, but they are two sides of the same coin. They should not be trusted. Religious folks should not be trusted. Remember, they did this back in the day with the satanic panic around Doom and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And other franchises that they deem offensive to their religion. They wanted those games banned. They wanted those games censored. They did the same thing with rock and roll music and heavy metal music. They wanted those gone because they got offended. And these people have not changed a bit. This is why nobody should take them seriously when it comes to judging art and entertainment. And they should not be respected in any creative space. And I'm glad there is a huge split going on when it comes to the culture war, because this argument shows you who is real, who is fake, who is honest, who is dishonest, and who is telling the truth to you, and who is being disingenuous and fake. Melonie Mac, you are a fraud, you are a hypocrite, you are uneducated and ignorant, and you don't know what you're talking about, and you do not represent the majority of gamers simply because you are a woman, and men are the majority of gamers. So you don't know what gamers want, because you are not in the main demographic. So I don't have much else to say. I don't want to keep repeating myself. Melonie Mac, go fuck yourself.